Good morning, and a virtual applause. I know I see in the comments how all of you are enjoying that performance this morning, so we'll start with the virtual applause. And good morning and welcome to the Intercultural Advocacy Institute's virtual Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. Usually we have this event in person as our open house each year, and I am so glad that you're able to participate with us this morning on Zoom. And thank you again to Eduardo Ramirez Cruz for personally, exclusively making for us that video for us to enjoy this morning to get us into the spirit of celebration on this Friday morning. I'm Jacqueline Boland, and I am the CEO at the Intercultural Advocacy Institute. We operate the Hispanic Outreach Center, which provides programs and services to support and empower the Hispanic and Latinx families that are living in Pinellas County, with offices that we have in Clearwater and in Tarpon Springs. And we also operate the Hispanic Leadership Council, which is a collective of agencies that work together to address the needs of the growing Hispanic community that we have here in our county. This year for Hispanic Heritage Month, we did something a little different, which I know is shocking considering the times. There's a lot that is happening right now in our country around diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we not only wanted to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month in a celebration style, but also to use this month as an opportunity to engage and to share what it means to be Hispanic. What are the differences and the similarities within the community, the food, the language, and traditions. So we have an amazing planning committee that is comprised of members of the Juvenile Welfare Board, Empath Health, the Family Healthcare Foundation, Moffitt Cancer Center, and the Hispanic Outreach Center, and other partners that have put together this month's educational Lunch and Learn series that we use to celebrate the contributions of the Hispanic community in Pinellas County. And I know many of you have been joining us each week in our month-long celebration. You've traveled with us, you've shared recipes from all over the globe and stories and narratives and discussed current events. And it's great to see some of you here again. And I welcome anyone who is here and new joining us for the first time. And what a great time to join us for the finale celebration this morning. If you missed any of the lunch and learns that we have held in the last month, we have recorded them and we will have them up on our YouTube page next week for you to view and enjoy, or share with anyone else who you think might benefit from watching them. And before we get started with the program this morning, I would like to introduce and thank our sponsor, PNC Bank, who has helped to make this celebration today possible. And we have with us Magnolia Diaz from PNC Bank, and I'd like to introduce her to share a few words with us this morning. Magnolia?
Good morning, Jackie, and thank you for the introduction. As Jackie mentioned, my name is Magnolia Diaz, and I'm actually part of the Community Development Banking team within PNC. So on behalf of PNC, I would like to welcome everyone to this virtual event of the Hispanic Outreach Center. Through this partnership, we're hoping to be able to, support the organization's mission and help them to continue their work that they do in the community. We are proud to be part of the center, and what their mission is. They protect vulnerable children and they strengthen families by enhancing their parenting skills, and by helping their financial stability by providing counseling and parent education, and access to resources. You probably are more familiar than I am with with all the programs of the Outreach Center. As many of you know, and as Jackie mentioned, October is Hispanic Heritage Month, which means a lot, to a lot of people in PNC, including myself, being that I am Hispanic. And we're extremely proud of the of the work that the organization does to help the Hispanic community. I think I was on your website and I read a little bit about the services that you provide to the police officers within the program that do not speak the Spanish language, to help them interpret and to help them, by providing also advocacy to the victims, and to help them come together and work as one. So, I would like to thank all of you for the work that you do every day. and for allowing us to in a small way be of your mission and part of what you do on a daily basis, especially through these times that are very uncertain and more difficult than ever. So I thank you for staying focused and for continuing your work through these times. And like I said, for allowing us to be part of the process, even in small ways. I want to wish all of you stay safe. And if there's anything that we can do to help you continue with the work that you do every day, we are happy to be part of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Magnolia, and we appreciate you being here with us this morning. Next, we're pleased to have with us the City of Clearwater Vice Mayor Alberton. He is with us to present this morning the Hispanic Heritage Month Proclamation. And each year, the City of Clearwater not only recognizes, but celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month. And usually, again, this is done in person. And I have here the official proclamation. So we will be hanging it and are excited to hang it up in our office. But I'd love to introduce you, Vice Mayor Alberton, to read and share with us the proclamation this morning.
Thank you so much. I am honored to be here representing the City of Clearwater this morning proclaiming Hispanic Heritage Month. I want to say that Mayor Hibbard sends his regrets as he is out of town, but this is important, so we want to make sure we get this read. Whereas first celebrated in 1969, National Hispanic Heritage Week was declared by the United States Congress as a month-long celebration in 1988. And whereas the City of Clearwater continues to benefit from the contributions of diverse population from across the world living in the city, and whereas the City of Clearwater recognizes and celebrates the proud achievements and cultural traditions of its residents, businesses, and visitors of Hispanic descent in many areas, including government, education, business, and nonprofit sectors. And whereas the City of Clearwater and its various partners, including the Intercultural Advocacy Institute, St. Petersburg College, Maxiba 92.5 FM radio, and the Florida Federation of Vidal Quinces and Mexican Council of Tampa Bay, will celebrate National Hispanic Heritage Month with appropriate athletic, civic, educational, and social activities and events. Now, therefore, I, Frank V. Hibbard, Mayor of the City of Clearwater, Florida, on behalf of the City Council, do hereby proclaim September 15th to October 15th to be Hispanic Heritage Month in Clearwater. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Vice Mayor, this morning. And we know that in Clearwater, there is a rich Hispanic culture that has been present for 20 years and more. And this community comes from the state of Hidalgo in Mexico. And they live here in Clearwater with their children so that they can give their family better opportunities and a better life. There is specifically a folkloric dance group called the Folklorico Mahetzi Group, who perform dances with a mission to preserve the Mexican culture for their Mexican youth that are raised here in the United States. And through this group, the students learn the Mexican folk dances from different states in Mexico. And also they teach them about their culture at the same time. Each year, we invite the Mahetzi Dance Group to perform at our annual Make a Difference Day Community Health Fair, which is also held in October, which Make a Difference Day will be October 24th, next Saturday. So this year we invited them to still perform so you can enjoy their performance, but virtually. So this performance that we're going to share with you was filmed on Tuesday, a few days ago, in the evening at the Dali Museum. The museum currently has an exhibit that is called Diego and Frida, a visual history, with original black and white pictures that have been provided by the Mexican consulate in Orlando. And there are behind the scenes pictures and the behind the scenes look into the lives of famous Mexican artists, Frida and Diego. And we're going to share with you one of these performances Now from the Mehetsi Dance Group. And so I think we're having some technical difficulties with that video. So while we get that video ready for you to share, we have a message from Pinellas County. And Pinellas County is a partner of ours. And as a county, they also, much like the city of Clearwater, recognize the importance and significance of days and months such as Hispanic Heritage Month every year. So let's watch a video from Pinellas County Marketing and Communications from our very own Arelis Escalera, who is the Community Outreach Coordinator and a member of our Hispanic Leadership Council.
Turn off video. Turn off video. Okay, run.
Hi, I am Arelis Escalera with Pinellas County Marketing and Communications. Hispanic Heritage Month celebrates the accomplishments and contributions that the members of the community make to our society. We are happy to celebrate and recognize also the partners that work together with us to make a difference in the lives of those that need a helping hand, like the Hispanic Outreach Center. 2020 has been a different year, and we all had to change the way we work, play, and live. Thank you to the Hispanic Outreach Center and the Abrazo a la Distancia work group for helping us to keep our communities healthy. Muchas gracias.
And thank you, Arelis. And it's true that this year we have had to do many things differently than we have in the past, and our world looks a little bit different now. And in March, when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, we knew that we had to pivot to react and continue to serve the community. And we knew that as a Hispanic Outreach Center, we could not do it alone. So through the Hispanic Leadership Council, we created a task force, which was called the Abrazo a la Distancia, which is meaning a virtual hug. And our mission is to engage, empower, and educate the Hispanic and Latinx community during the pandemic, which at the time we thought might be a few months and still not in existence today, which we still have our task force very active and meet weekly. And the task force includes members from the Hispanic Outreach Center, Juvenile Welfare Board of Pinellas County, and has now grown to include so many more partners, community leaders, organizations, and volunteers. And here we are in October, and it is with great amazement and pride that Capture Audio Visual has been able to compile a video of all of the highlights of our efforts that the Hispanic Outreach Center has had since March. And before we watch that video, we're going to jump back for a minute here and go back to the Mehetsi dance that I had mentioned a few minutes ago. So this is the folkloric group Mehetsi, and this is the performance that they did on Tuesday night at the Dali Museum, featuring one of their dances. So we'll take a few minutes to please enjoy this video. And thank you for sharing that. I'm glad we're able to get the video back so you could enjoy the Mehetzi group, and hopefully soon we'll be able to see them in person, because it really is, they do a beautiful and amazing job, and it's something that you really should be able to experience in person. So now we will transition into the next video, which, as I mentioned, is really a highlight of the past months since March, of all of the work that has been done by our community. It's not just the Hispanic Outreach Center, it is all of our partners and volunteers, our board, the Hispanic Leadership Council, our students and our families who've even participated as well in a number of initiatives that you will see in order to help the community. So please enjoy the next video. Sitting here in my office at the center, 5 months post-COVID, post-pandemic, without a mask on, feels very strange, especially because this has become our new normal. And really it feels like so long ago that in March we learned about COVID-19, and really our community began to become affected by this pandemic. And us as the Hispanic Outreach Center, we saw this pandemic, yes, as a challenge, but really as an opportunity. And it was an opportunity for us to show the capacity that we have as an organization, as a community organization, to adapt and to pivot and to be creative and innovative in how we can continue to serve and provide care for families in our community, especially in times of need. And I can't think of a better example than a pandemic to highlight a time of need and a time of crisis. And I think that has always been a strength of the Hispanic Outreach Center. When there have been hurricanes, when there have been disasters, when there have been issues with immigration, I mean, the Hispanic Outreach Center has always been a place in the community that people can look to for strength and for support when they might not feel that they have that. Our team, our staff, our volunteers, and the board has made me so proud and inspired, continuing to inspire us as we move forward in this pandemic, because of the approach to problem solving, that this is a challenge and we can overcome it, and we can do it because we're going to do it together.
Gracias al Centro Hispano hemos tenido comida y hemos aprovechado toda esta ayuda que nos han dado, y que sigan siempre adelante así apoyando a la comunidad.
Muy importante porque uno se economiza, o sea, ahora mismo como está el desempleo, es maravilloso que le den la comida a uno, y ojalá que puedan extenderla por un tiempito más.
Pues ha sido mucha ayuda para todos nosotros, más que nada para mis hijas, y en esta etapa que estamos viviendo, la comida nos ha ayudado a beneficio de la familia.
Lo que le puedo decir que estoy agradecida con el Centro Hispano que lo está ayudando, y pues a mi hijo igual.
Le agradecemos mucho al Hispanic Outreach Center aquí en Clearwater por el trabajo tan fenomenal que están haciendo. Yo también soy parte de la Junta Ejecutiva aquí, y te digo que lo que hacen por nuestra comunidad no tiene precio.
Gracias a todo el personal del Centro de Apoyo Hispano que nos han ayudado mucho, a toda la gente.
The Duke Energy Foundation has donated 500 hurricane preparation kits to the Hispanic Outreach Center to distribute to the Latino neighborhoods in Pinellas County.
All of us are impacted, but some folks are impacted more, and especially with some of the immigration issues and everything, I wanted to make sure that people were able to take care of their families in need.
what they're doing is saintly. You know, they're feeding people in a difficult time with our economy and the pandemic that we're dealing with. Over 40 million Americans are out of work. And so the Hispanic Outreach Organization doing this is it's a godsend, and I'm just very proud to help a little bit.
De educar, empoderar y acercarnos más a la comunidad hispana. La iniciativa de Abrazo a la Distancia empezó para mantener ese contacto, aunque no sea físico, ese contacto virtual con nuestra comunidad, que sabemos que ahora más que nunca necesitan de nuestros servicios y del apoyo de este centro hispano y de la comunidad en general. Tenemos tres metas principales. Una de ellas es educar a nuestra comunidad. La educación es importante y lo hemos hecho a través de múltiples seminarios virtuales donde compartimos información con nuestra comunidad y educación acerca de la salud, acerca de los recursos comunitarios y cómo tomar medidas de precaución para cuidarse a través de la pandemia.
La experiencia ha sido excelente. Yo la mido por la sonrisa de la gente. La gente se va con una sonrisa, felices, los niños con sus juguetes, felices la familia con sus alimentos y siempre deseosos de volver por la necesidad que tenemos todos en estas circunstancias.
Una experiencia muy enriquecedora de ver a todo el grupo trabajando juntos, nos hemos unido más que nunca para apoyar a la comunidad y ver a la gente que viene acá a pedir ayuda, muy agradecida y tener la satisfacción de haberlos podido ayudar.
It feels great. This is a really tough time for everybody. I mean, I think a lot of people are struggling, and to come out here every week and at least be a dependable resource for people to come and be able to feed their children and their families. I mean, there's really no better feeling than being able to contribute to that. So it's been a great experience.
Coming here every Wednesday, honestly, it feels great. Being able to help people in need, basically provide them with food during these tough times due to COVID. It's been really amazing helping them out, and yeah, just a wonderful experience.
So coming to the Hispanic Outreach Center and helping with the summer program camp this year was really fun and very entertaining, and it was a nice way to see how everybody runs things here back in the center, how much trouble everybody goes to have our materials and everything prepped for us to have a good week.
La mejor experiencia de vida que podemos tener nosotros es ayudar a la comunidad. El poder potencializarnos a nosotros mismos en cómo proveer mejor cada día. El Centro Hispano lo ha hecho así, personalmente lo he hecho así y me he sentido más parte de la comunidad en un momento de necesidad.
I'm really grateful that the Hispanic Outreach Center helps our community in every which way they can.
El Centro Hispano nunca paró, a pesar de la pandemia hemos podido reinventarnos nuevamente, hemos tenido que adaptarnos a la nueva realidad. Lo hemos hecho a través de seguir con nuestras actividades continuas de una manera diferente, lo hemos hecho remotamente, pero a la vez hemos podido ver el pantry, hemos podido proveer los alimentos cada semana para todas las familias que han venido acá. Importantísimo que nuestras familias no han quedado abandonadas, importantísimo para el Centro Hispano el haber podido seguir trabajando, lo hemos hecho a través del censo, lo hemos hecho a través de COVID Care, proveyendo toda esa facilidad que tiene el saber el lenguaje español para nuestra comunidad, hacer que nuestra comunidad se pueda contactar libremente en la búsqueda de servicios.
Thank all of our partners, all of our volunteers, all of the staff, all of the board members, all of the police officers and first responders and nurses and healthcare workers, everyone who has really done their part in this pandemic to continue to keep things going. And some of those are our clients. They're out there, working and making sure that there's food, that there are places for people to stay, that there are safe roads. And I think that that is so important, that we remember that we are serving those who are serving us as well.
Well, I hope some of you saw yourself in the video and had a nice reflection of how much work has been done and how much has changed really in the past months. And really, as the video highlighted, we cannot do this alone. This is completely a community effort. And we do have an amazing community and group of people that support us to do this work in the community. And so I'd like to recognize our donors and our sponsors and our partners and other organizations who have helped us, people who have gone really above and beyond during COVID. We have a list of partners that I hope can come on the screen in 1 second to share, so you can help me in recognizing them as really since not just COVID, not since March, but really since October of last year, who have done amazing work with us. And those have been, whether it is attorneys volunteering pro bono, whether that is churches, whether that is other organizations who send over food or supplies, whether that is actual board members and community leaders who also help us. It is so important that we recognize each and every one of them. And so let me share my screen here and I can share with you that list. And if you will just hold the Zoom for 1 moment, we can share here. And as I said, there really are so many people to, why? I don't want to, we're giving awards and I'm trying not to show, so you see, I don't want to give away the spoiler. So. Okay, I don't know how I can do this. I'm so sorry. So while I get this up and going, if everyone in the chat can just say you're still here, you're still with me, let me know where your family's from. What is your heritage here, so that I know who's in the chat. We can all share. I know many of you were saying from the beginning with Venezuela that some of you are from Venezuela. So please, in the chat, I want to see where you all are from. Okay, Bolivia, Dominican Republic, Colombia. Okay, there we go. Thank you very much. Very good. Perfect. Okay, thank you. So I think Zoom is sleeping and needs to wake up and have more coffee this Friday morning itself with the luck. Thank you. Okay, so again, if everyone in the chat can just take a minute to thank all of our partners who are listed here, all of our donors and all of our sponsors who have made really not just COVID, but this last year possible. And we have had some organizations and some partners who really have gone above and beyond. And every year we like to recognize one partner organization for their exemplary work. And this year, quite honestly, it was impossible to choose just one. So we have multiple categories to introduce. awards this year because, as I said, there's just so many people to thank and so many organizations to recognize. So we have a few different categories, and I'm going to have my wonderful staff at the Hispanic Outreach Center, our team, help me in recognizing and announcing and presenting the winners for our Amiga award for outstanding partner this year. So our first category of partner award is for large nonprofit. And I will ask Andrea Vendetti, our senior coordinator, to present this award. Andrea?
Good morning, everyone. It is with great pleasure that I'm here today with you to present the Amigo Award for Outstanding Large Nonprofit. As a staff member, I feel so grateful to this organization that stood out for their wonderful work and support to our community this year. In the midst of COVID and children going back to school, they took the initiative to work with the Faith Community Nurses Group to make masks for the children so they could have a good supply as they return to school. With their contribution, we were able to provide 320 beautifully designed children masks to distribute at our back to school in our 2 events, one in Tarpon Spring and one in Clearwater. It was beautiful to see the children's faces when they received their adorable masks that fit their small faces. I am very happy to present the Amigo Award for the large nonprofit organization today to Baycare Faith Community Nurses. Please join me in congratulating them through the chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrea, and thank you to the Baycare nurses. They were just incredible with the masks that they provided to us. Our next category will be, and also I wanted to thank that collaboration. Thank you, Yaya, for saying the word collaboration, because that collaboration really was in partnership with the faith-based community wellness group led by Joan Riche and Mary at the Emergency Management Center, Mary Burrell. So I want to thank them for helping us to make that connection and really sharing that collaboration, because that's how these things are possible. So thank you to Joanne and Mary as well. Our next category is medium nonprofit, and I would like to introduce Vicky Obando. She's our family advocate in Clearwater to present this award. Vicky?
Yes, good morning, everybody. It is a great pleasure that I am here with you all today to present the Amigo Award for Outstanding Medium Nonprofit. As a part of this staff, I know from experience that one organization stood out for their exceptional work and support this year. They have made an inestimable contribution to our community in this hard time that affect all of us. They have gone above and beyond, keeping our families safe in their shelters and providing them the utilities. They've worked tirelessly and hearing every family with care and patience. Home is where the heart is. As they said so, they kept their word, and today our community have held their hearts in place. I have had the absolute honor to working closely with this organization through the COVID-19, and I cannot be happier to see them honored here today. Without further ado, the Amigo Award for Medium Nonprofit goes to 211. Please join me and congratulate them through the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Vicky, and thank you to 211 Tampa Bay Cares for all of their support for our families in need of help with housing and utilities this year. They've been exceptional. Our next category is small nonprofit, and small but mighty, and we have with us Leticia Escamilla. She's our youth specialist, and she will be presenting this award. Leticia.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Yes, so I'm very pleased to be a part of this important celebration, and is a good way to wake up. And today, to present with great pleasure the Amigo and Partner Award for Outstanding Small Organization. As we are aware, these unforeseen and uncertainty of times came upon us. These times of crucial need for essential necessities, and from involvement, this organization stood out for the remarkable approach and giving us a hand. Their immense contribution is not unseen. as they took note and much consideration in our families and communities' cultural foods from beans, rice, tortillas, produce such as limes, cilantro, and much more. Thus, they have demonstrated going above and beyond to help during these difficult times, present nationwide and worldwide, but otherwise given light to many, many families. I've also had the honor working closely with this organization alongside my team, who I'm very thankful. From day one, they opened their doors and received us with welcoming smiles. I cannot be happier to see them honored here today. And without further ado, the Amigo Partner World Award for small organization goes to Daystar Life Center. Please join us in congratulating Daystar in the chat.
Thank you, Leticia. And yes, thank you to Daystar, who have just been incredible during the summer and during COVID to help us with our food pantry. They were just amazing. So thank you, Leticia. Our next award is going to be for faith-based organization. We have to include our faith-based partners here who are always willing to step up and help us and our families. And to help present that award, we have Diana Roman. She is our coordinator in our Tarpon Springs office. So Diana, please present the faith-based award.
Good morning, everyone. And this award for the faith-based, it gives me great honor to present it to, there are two parts, the faith-based partner for the UU Church, but also the UU Church Quilting Group. And the UU Church itself has had called me on a weekly basis to ask me, what can we do? How can we help? What do the families need? And they would actually pass the plate around during, I guess, offering time and give us monetary donations. Just send us a check and say, use it for whatever you need. And this was big for us because we know families needed everything. And then the quilting group got together and said, well, what do you need? And we said, we need masks. We need all kinds of sanitizing products and things for our families. And so, excuse me, the quilting group not only made masks, but they made dresses, they made pillowcases, they made reusable shopping bags. They just have gone more than above and beyond, and they are constantly asking us, what can we do to help your families? And so this award goes to the UU Church and the Quilting Group. Thank you so much for all you do for the families. Please help me in congratulating the UU Church and the Quilting Group of Tarpon Springs.
Thank you, Diana. Thank you. That is a wonderful award, and they're very deserving. They really have gone above and beyond in the this last year. The next award that we have is our corporate award, and I would like to introduce Christy Padilla. She is our coordinator of youth programs to present the corporate award.
Good morning, everyone. It is with great pleasure that I am here with you today to present the Amigo Partner Award for an outstanding partner that contributes and supports our programs. As a staff member, I can share that I know from experience that one organization stood out for their excellent work and support this year. They have made an incredible contribution to support our students and families. They have gone above and beyond to not only help us provide food for the school and community, but to also mentor our students in the summer camp and youth leadership program. They also provide an exceptional and unique experience to our leaders of the year 2019. I have had the opportunity to see how this organization promotes commitment to communities and values of unity, empathy, and generosity. Today, I have the honor to say that we have the support of an organization completely committed to our Hispanic families, but more importantly, committed for the future of this country, our youth. I am proud to present the Amigo Partner Award for Corporate Partner goes to Philadelphia Phillies. Please help me join congratulating them through the chat.
Thank you, Christy, and thank you to the Philadelphia Phillies and their team and their staff who have been just incredible with our food pantry and helping us to organize food, to pass out food to students. As Christy mentioned, you are very deserving of this award. Thank you. And our final award for the day is for a Hispanic-owned business. We want to recognize someone and a business owner in our community who has really gone above and beyond to help us. So to present this award, I will introduce Amarella Piscini. She is our Finance and Operations Manager. So Amarella, please help me in introducing the Hispanic-owned Business Award.
Thank you, Jacqueline, and good morning, everyone. We at the Hispanic Outreach Center are proud to have witnessed his growth. He came as a client to get his taxes done 2 years ago, and now he gives to the center many beautiful videos from what you saw earlier before, and pictures from the work that we do every day in the community. We hope your artistic vision and technical skill will grow bigger and stronger after this difficult time. It is with a great pleasure to announce that this partner award for a small business goes to Josue from Capture Audiovisual that has always been available to us, even in a very short notice. Please join us in congratulating Josue through the chat.
Thank you, Amarella, and thank you, Josue. He is the one, as Amarella mentioned, that put together the video this morning for our COVID response and all of the videos that you'll see on our YouTube video and Facebook page. So thank you, Josue at Capture Audiovisual. And there are two other people that I'd like to recognize since I know that they are here as well. And the first one is someone who has been a part of the Hispanic Outreach Center for many, many years. She has been involved from the very beginning. And I know that she is always available when I call her, when I need her. She is always willing to answer the phone and to help me out, including even yesterday. And I just would like to recognize Judge Mary Marizari in her retirement from the bench this last year. So if you will please help me in congratulating her on her retirement in the chat. Thank you, Miriam, for all of your service to the Hispanic community, not just to the center, but for what you do on behalf of women, on behalf of the Hispanic community, for our entire county. Thank you, Miriam. And the second person that I would like to recognize this morning is one of our staff who has been with us at the Hispanic Outreach Center as well since the beginning. And it is incredible to think that the work of the Hispanic Outreach Center has been going on for 20 years. And even more incredible to think that it has been going on for 20 years with the support and the work of this one individual. So if everyone would please help me in congratulating Andrea Vendetti for her 20 years of service in November with the Hispanic Outreach Center. Thank you so much, Andrea, for all that you do for our families. Okay, so next we will have a musical performance, as they've all been so beautiful and so wonderful. We have another one lined up for you by Sienna Wesley. She is a young woman with a beautiful voice and soul that you will see in a few minutes, whose mother is Puerto Rican and her father is African American. So please enjoy this beautiful performance by Sienna.
En mi viejo San Juan, cuántos sueños forjé en mis noches de infancia. Mi primera ilusión, mis quitas de amor, son recuerdos del alma. Una tarde me fui hacia extraña nación, pues no quiso el destino. Pero mi corazón se quedó frente al mar en mi viejo San Juan. Adiós, 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 Borinquen querida. Adiós, mi diosa del mar. buscar mi querer, a soñar otra vez en mi viejo San Juan. Pero el tiempo pasó, el destino burló mi terrible nostalgia y no pude volver a San Juan que yo amé, pedacito de patria. Mi cabello blanqueó y mi vida se va, y a la muerte me llama. Yo no quiero morir alejado de ti, Puerto Rico de mi alma. Adiós, 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 Borinquen querida. Adiós, 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 mi diosa del mar, mi reina de palmar. Me voy, pero un día volveré a buscar mi querer, a soñar otra vez en mi viejo San Juan. A buscar mi querer, a soñar otra vez en mi viejo San Juan. When the night has come and the land is dark y la luna es la luz que brilla ante mí, miedo no tendré, oh, I won't sustaré, just as long as you stand by me, and darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me, oh, stand now, junto a mí, aunque las montañas o el cielo caiga, no voy a preocuparme, porque sé que tú estás junto a mí. No lloraré, oh, I won't shed a tear, porque sé que tú estás junto a mí. Oh, darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me, oh, stand now, stand by me, stand by me.
Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and we will, of course, be sharing these so you can continue to watch and listen. There's a lot more than what we have time for on this programming. And I just want to say a special thank you to Vivian Simfontes for helping us to coordinate all of these beautiful musicians and their performances. Vivian, thank you so much for helping to share these with everyone this morning. So before we conclude our program, we have some prizes and fun things to give away. The first one is that we had a photo contest during Hispanic Heritage Month during our celebration. And it was an invitation for anyone in the community who wanted to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month to share a picture. We asked everyone to share and send a picture of them celebrating however they wanted to, with food or books or music, movies, art, whatever celebration Hispanic Heritage Month look to them. So we have the winners today, and I have Diana, if you would like to help me in recognizing the winners that we have for our photography contest, who will be winning gift certificates to different restaurants around Pinellas County. So Diana, over to you. If you can unmute yourself.
Yes, thank you, Jacqueline. I'm trying to look at the slides and I cannot. I'm sorry.
Okay. If we go to the next one, we can announce it.
Okay, there we go. Winner. Okay, thank you. Technology. First place to Millie Cruz. And Millie Cruz is a gift certificate. Help me, Jacqueline, because I can't see the, okay, to tequilas. Thank you. So Millie, please get in contact with us through email so that we can send it to you. And thank you for celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month with us. The next one is to Julieta Valera with her very delicious looking arepas. I wish I was having those right now. And so Julieta has second place. And Jacqueline, help me. What is her prize?
Tequilas.
Oh, tequilas also. Okay. So Julieta, we will get in contact with Julieta and send her her prize. And then third place goes to Nereida Rivera. Nereida has really been participating with us since the very beginning, and I believe she won the first in the first event. So Nereida, thank you for celebrating, and we will be sending out your prize as well. Thank you so much for joining us in celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month.
Thank you, and thank you, Diana. So if the winners can contact D. Roman at Hispanic Outreach Center, I put it in the chat. We will get in touch with you and get you your prizes. So speaking of you saying you wanted to eat the food and the all of the goodies, that's what our next prize is. So as you all know, when we have our open house in person, we have lots of food and drinks and even more food. And that is really hard to recreate virtually. So I've tried to do my best to give you an alternative. So what I have is 4 baskets that we've made with local goodies from Hispanic-owned businesses. So it includes a gift certificate for $25 to Tequilas, coffee from Guatemala and Peru from Southie Coffee. It includes chips and salsa from Tequilas. It includes some Takis, of course, wine. Some have wine and some have Modelo beer, as well as a tres leches cake and a little flan, and an empanada as well, from black bean empanada from Southie Coffee. So we have here all of you who have registered for the event, and I will pull out at random 4 of you, and you will be the winners of these baskets. Okay. The first one is Nora Bader. Nora Bader, you are a winner. Wonderful. The second winner is Susan Ahrens. Susan, A-R-E-N-D-S. Susan, you are a winner. The third winner is Nancy Sanchez. You are a winner. And the fourth gift basket goes to, I didn't do this on purpose, Yvonne Martinez. Yvonne won, I know, the tequila last year. You are a winner of a basket this year as well, all from all of the names here. So we ask that if you would like to claim your prize, please come to the Hispanic Outreach Center. We're located at 612 Franklin Street behind the police department. You can come this afternoon until 2 o'clock or on Monday from 9 to 5 to claim your prize. And before we go, if everyone can just help me to thank Christy for all of her help behind the scenes and helping to put all this technology together. Thank you, Christy, for helping to make this event wonderful with all of the PowerPoints and videos and everything. I know it is not easy, so thank you so much. And everyone, I want to thank you for joining us this morning. I hope that you have enjoyed celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month with us, not just today, but for the past month. And we really look forward to celebrating it again with you next year, hopefully in person with all of the food and music and dances and everything together. So I wish you all have a beautiful Friday and a beautiful weekend ahead. Thank you so much. And we have even more music to send us out into our Friday afternoon. So thank you all again, and God bless.
You are muted, Jacqueline.
I was saying thank you all for staying to dance with us. Have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend. Thank you.
Bye.